Gervonta, considering
Gervonta. You got a mohawk, bro.
You tattooed your fucking name on your forehead so you wouldn't forget, you dumbass.
That's not my name, dumbass. That's my daughter's name, dumbass. And my son's name, dumbass. And again, you got a mohawk. Fucking clown.
You wanna see clowns?
Tony Bellew, a man who knows the fight game inside and out, is not holding back. He's seen enough of the Jake Paul show and has a chilling prediction for how it ends against Gervonta Davis. He's not just picking a winner, he's calling the exact moment of destruction. This isn't just an opinion, it's a cold, hard breakdown from a former world champion. And Bellew is ready to expose exactly why Tank's will be a puzzle Jake Paul simply can't solve.
I'm not interested in beating up a YouTuber. I'm not interested. Well, I am if it's going to sell Wembley Stadium. I'll 100%, but no one's going to really mess around with me. Let's be totally honest. For a YouTuber to come up and try and shove, push me, or try and mess around with me, he's going to have a nap real quick. And I'm not some big hard case, but I'm just not going to be disrespected by some muppet who's great on FIFA.
Former WBC cruiserweight champion Tony Bellew has seen it all in the ring, and he is utterly baffled by this fight. In a recent interview, he didn't mince words, laying out a brutal scenario for the YouTube star. Bellew stated, "I can't get my head around this fight. I don't know what kind of freak show people are going to be seeing, but people are going to tune in."
I did all the talk about it being Anthony Joshua, it's definitely going to be AJ, this is getting closer and closer. And then out of the blue, just out of nowhere, it just goes right, I'm fighting Gervonta Davis. So you've gone from a 250 pound, 260 pound, whatever it is, heavyweight, to 135 pound world champion.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if Tank has got a belt anymore. Well, I think he has, yeah, he fought Lamont Roach for it.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's just insane. I mean, he's half his size.
He never fails to surprise us, does he, Jake Paul?
Fair play. Listen, he's a marketing genius, but when it comes to people that picking his fights, I can't get my head around it. Like, I don't know like what kind of freak show people are going to be seeing, but people are going to tune in.
He then delivered the money shot, the line that has echoed across the internet.
I'm not going to lie. If Tank hits him clean, he's going to sleep.
Yeah.
Tank's got legitimate power.
Yes, isn't he? We haven't really seen Jake Paul take a proper
No, I mean,
shot.
Listen, he'll have a lot of smoke blown up his backside by his coaching team and people like that, but when he gets hit for real, with 10 ounce, well, I'm told there's 16 ounce gloves now, it's like an exhibition.
Right.
I'm told it's big gloves and head guards, he's going to need them.
He will, yeah.
Because if he was to get hit with a pair of 8 ounce gloves off Tank Davis, he's asleep. Because Tank can really punch that, I think.
Bellew went even further, crowning Tank as perhaps the most thrilling fighter on the planet. I'd go as far as saying that Tank is the most exciting fighter in the world. He's vicious, he's a finisher, he added before questioning the very sanity of the matchup itself. I just can't get my head around why he's fighting someone who's the legitimate size of a cruiserweight.
I'd probably go as far as saying I think Tank's probably the most exciting fighter in the world.
So exciting.
He's vicious, he's a finisher. And yeah, I can't get my head around it. He's going to be fighting someone who's a legitimate size of a cruiserweight.
I see Gervonta Davis. And I look at Haney and I'm like this. You want to stay away from that, brother. Because Haney gets hit too much. And you can't do that against Tank Davis. You can't do it.
Bellew's freak show comment perfectly captures the sentiment of many boxing purists. The 65-pound gap between the two fighters isn't just a number. It's a representation of different universes in boxing.
I think it's ridiculous. Jake Paul's taking the piss, like he always does. Just from saying I'm going to fight AJ tonight, fighting Gervonta Davis. Yeah. He's 100 pounds in weight lighter. 100 pounds. Weight divisions in boxing are split up, some of them, the lower weights, by 3 or 4 pounds. All I can say about Jake Paul fighting somebody half his size is he's a bully. Why are you fighting a guy half his size? It's wrong. Yeah. He's gone from Krusty the Clown now to Sideshow Bob. He's getting worse. You know what I mean? Like, this is a guy that's just taking the piss out of the sport, and I don't think this is actually gained much interest. The press conference was dead. Yeah, I noticed there weren't many press there. It's not had big media coverage. Yeah. I think people are finally realising actually that this is a big charade, and yeah, I think I'm not impressed. Gervonta Davis, I think maybe he's had enough of the game. He got drawn in his last fight. He was lucky to get the draw as well. But yeah, the whole thing, again, it's a clown show. And Jake Paul's been falling.
Tank Davis has built his fearsome reputation fighting men his own size in the lightweight divisions. Jake Paul, on the other hand, campaigns as a cruiserweight. The difference in natural size, bone density, and punching resistance is immense, which is why weight classes exist in the first place, to protect fighters from these dangerous mismatches. This fight spits in the face of that tradition, fueling a fierce debate about its legitimacy and, more importantly, its safety.
There are some big names on the Baltimore Boxers' resume, including Ryan Garcia, Rolly Romero, Mario Barrios, Isaac Cruz, Frank Martin, and more. Kellerman, though, isn't impressed and claimed that Tank avoids the best fighters in the division.
I think Gervonta gets it done. I think this is going to be one hell of a fight. I think Gervonta might, for the first time, have to get up off his backside. I think Ryan, we know that left hook, and he disguises it so well. He looks like he's going to throw up top, then he throws it to the body, just like he did against Luke Campbell. But I think Gervonta gets it done 8-10.
Despite his disbelief, Bellew admitted the grim reality. The sheer spectacle and morbid curiosity will have people glued to their screens, waiting to see if this bizarre experiment ends in disaster.
Like, listen, you can't knock Tank whatsoever for taking this fight. He's been sat on the sidelines for quite a while now. He's not active, he's not busy. That means he's not earning. And when a fighter's not earning, how is he supposed to live?
Yeah.
And people are going to go, oh, well, he's a multi-millionaire already. Well, that's not going to last.
He's probably got expensive lifestyle to maintain. So.
Exactly. And, you know, he's got a family to keep, and he needs to stay busy. And like I said, this may not be the ideal opportunity. This may not be the ideal fight, but it is the ideal payday.
The controversy surrounding the fight isn't just talk. It has already had real-world consequences that have forced the promoters to scramble. The exhibition was originally slated to take place at the State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. However, those plans came to a screeching halt when it became clear that the state's athletic commission was not comfortable sanctioning a fight with such a massive size disparity. According to reports, Jake Paul's own promotion, Most Valuable Promotions, had to withdraw its request for event permits. This behind-the-scenes drama forced a last-minute venue change. The entire event has now been relocated to the Kaseya Center in Miami, the home of the NBA's Miami Heat. While the location has shifted, the date remains locked for November 14th, with Netflix set to broadcast the spectacle to its global audience.
I'd be down. Let's run it. Like, I'd be super, super down. I don't know if
Gervonta needs Jake Paul. Let's be clear, right?
Is there a height limit in boxing?
Do you want that rematch next? And if so, how likely it is that we're to see that fight happen again this year?
I'm not sure, bro. I'm definitely not sure, but hopefully we could get it before. Nah, it probably won't be this year.
Is that the one you want next?
It's definitely the one I want next, but it's not gonna be next.
What is?
You might see it in a minute. You definitely might see it in a minute.
Adding another layer of complexity to this event is its official designation. This is an exhibition, not a professional bout. This distinction has turned many fans off, but it also raises new questions.
And you guys, clarified this is going to be not an exhibition, it's going to be a real fight.
No, it's going to be an exhibition.
Oh, hold on. An exhibition with a decision.
Absolutely. It's an exhibition at 195 max weight.
Okay.
10 3-minute rounds.
Okay.
And 12-ounce clubs. And most of you guys know boxing, right? Most of the fights are with 10-ounce clubs. Fighters spar in 16-ounce clubs. 12-ounce and 10-ounce gives you a little bit more safety, which is the key here, given the size difference, but there's a massive experience difference. We will have 3 world-class judges ringside that the commission has approved to ensure there's a rendered decision for the fans. It will not go on their record, but there will be 3 experienced judges, some of the best in the business, giving their view of who won the fight.
Both fighters will reportedly be using larger than usual gloves, and Jake Paul will have to cut more weight than he's used to. According to the Florida Commission's rules, an exhibition is supposed to be an engagement where participants show or display their skill without necessarily striving to win using strikes and blows to the head. This description sounds more like a sparring session than a real fight.
If they do it for real, Tank is highly capable of taking Jake Paul out. To Tank's credit, I'm interested in the Tank Jake Paul exhibition because I know for a fact Tank is capable, although he's small, he's capable of knocking Jake Paul out, just like Jake Paul probably capable of knocking him out because he's so much bigger.
So you believe that?
I believe
no
that
doubt about it.
Without a question, if they fight for real. If they don't, if they say, no, well, we're going to take care of Jake, just want to go through and learn more, then he might not knock him out. You understand me? But if they do it for real, Tank is highly capable of taking Jake Paul out. If it's a boxer and a person that don't box, and they got such a big weight gap, now that makes it kind of even on the exhibition scale. You feel me? So now we want to see...
One got experience and one got weight and size.
You feel me? So now it makes us want to see what's going to happen with this. He's bigger, but he has experience. That makes for a good exhibition because everybody wants to know what's going to happen.
However, Tony Bellew's brutal prediction hangs over this rule. Does a bigger glove truly soften the impact when it's thrown by a finisher as vicious as Tank Davis? The rules might be relaxed, but the danger feels more real than ever.
He throws a punch away for you to react by defending it. This is what's called a hat trick. You feint or throw away the first punch, and you slap him with the brick hand.
Tank Davis, a lot of people say he reminds you of them. Does he remind you of yourself?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe just getting in trouble with the law. Other than that, no.
As the fight date approaches, Jake Paul is undoubtedly focusing on his advantages: size, reach, and cardio. His path to victory relies on keeping the smaller man at a distance, weathering the early storm, and trying to wear Davis down. On the other side, Gervonta Davis's camp has a singular focus: power and precision. They know they only need to land one clean shot. Every training session is geared towards closing the distance, finding an opening, and delivering a devastating blow.
I mean,
think he will try and rush him and...
He'll rush him, he'll get close to him, he'll lean on him, use his weight. Jake Paul will get close. I think you're going to see something similar to what you've seen with his brother Logan and Floyd.
Okay.
But I don't actually think he'll land as much as Logan did. Logan went in like a bull in a china shop, and just roughed up Floyd, threw him around, whacked him around the body. He didn't really not have too much finesse about what he was doing, but he done absolutely great when he faced him.
Yeah, it was.
When you consider what it was. So yeah, I just think Tank and Jake Paul is just, it's welcome to the circus.
It's a classic tactical battle of speed versus power, movement versus pressure, but with the scales of size tipped so dramatically in one direction, it becomes a truly unpredictable and high-stakes affair.
When I look back at the fight, it was stuff that I was getting hit with that I wasn't supposed to get hit with. But my goal was on that fight was to make him get tired, be in his face, and make him use all his energy without me using, all my energy, but make him work and and just like time him out, and then catch him with shots like between when he throwing his punches, to tire him out. And I wind up, catching him.
The fight's announcement and Tony Bellew's subsequent commentary have ignited a firestorm across social media. On Reddit threads, fans are locked in heated debates. Many agree with Bellew, citing Tank's proven power as the great equalizer that will negate any size advantage. Others argue that Paul's sheer size and improving skills are being underestimated, suggesting he could use his reach to keep Davis out of range. Meanwhile, Tony Bellew himself has been vocal on Twitter, repeatedly doubling down on his knockout prediction and questioning Paul's legitimacy as a real boxer, his words adding fuel to an already raging fire of speculation.
Tank Davis has been called a champion. He's never been the champion of any division. He's never beaten the man in any division. He's had some good wins. In retrospect, the Pitbull win was a nice win. It was a close fight. It was a nice win. Ryan Garcia, that's a big win. Right? Like, that's good for him.
Dehydrated Ryan, but good win.
Yeah, right. But he has never fought, that's the champion of that division. I'm going to go fight that guy. in any division. It was like when people look at Floyd Mayweather, and I have said, hey, once he left lightweight, he picked and chose when he fought guys. He still was the actual champion of at least one division, but even at junior lightweight and lightweight, he cleaned out junior lightweight. He moved up to lightweight. He fought the champion in his first fight at lightweight. Won a tough fight. A lot of people thought he lost, but then won the rematch. He was the champion in two. Tank never did that.
Never did it.
Never did it even in one, and now he's talking about retiring?
And you're doing it off of coming up against a struggle against Lamont Roach, was a 9-1 underdog? He gives you that tough of a fight. You have to get the revenge.
In the end, it all comes down to one explosive question. Tony Bellew, a man who has competed at the highest levels of the sport, has laid out a clear and terrifying vision of what he believes will happen on November 14th. He sees a smaller, more skilled, and infinitely more powerful fighter walking through a larger man to deliver a single, decisive knockout blow. This event perfectly blends the line between high-level sport and pure, unadulterated entertainment. It's a matchup that many find disgraceful, yet few will be able to look away from. Will Tony Bellew's grim prediction come true, with Jake Paul left staring up at the lights? Or will the YouTube star pull off the biggest shock in modern boxing history? The world will be watching to find out. So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.